Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mid-Atlantic Mauling League Spike Magazine Trophy. We're in week number 2, replays of core. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome, Raiders. Old Gamer Mike, Boot Polish, Aridus, Black Wolf. Welcome this evening to game number 1 in our doubleheader. We are going to have a lot of necrotic bodies on the pitch this evening, and maybe a handful of werewolves tonight. We're going to get started in Division C this evening with the Fishy Fiends versus the Goodest Boys Strike Back, Ajax versus Old Gamer Mike, Chaos Renegades versus Necromantic Horror. Let's take a look at the standings before we take a look at the two teams here in Game 1 this evening. Over in Division A, that's what we'll be for game number 2 this evening. In first place is Festoon's MAML Nightmare. They're a Necro team. They're 1-1-0, followed by Moob's NC Snakes. They're a Dark Elf team. They're 1-0-0. And War Horsemen's Wasabazons are in third. They're an Amazon team. They are 1-0-0. Over in Division B, currently in first place, are the Discomancers, coached by Ian. They're a Necro team. They're 1-0-0. With Berserker Tempests, Vesuvian Lavabacks in second. They're a Lizard team, also 1-0-0. Tied for second place with them is the Season 2 League champion, Clypheus, and Odin at Snuffle. They're a Norse team. They are 1-0-0. And finally, over in Division C, in first place up tonight, Ajax and the Fishy Fiends. They're a Chaos Renegades team. They're undefeated, 1-0-0 here in week number 2. And the second place team, the Goodest Boys Strike Back, coached by Old Gamer Mike. They're a Necro team. They're 1-0-0 with the Birds of a Feather, coached by Galeshi in third. They're a Pro Elf team. They're 1-0-0. Elden Marina says, Malik and I are on deck to start here too shortly. Well, good luck to both of you. I hope that game goes well. Old Gamer Mike says, with the name Wolf, you'd think he'd be on the Goodest Boys side. The home team this evening will be the Fishy Fiends. They have, 11 players on the roster? Yeah, 11 players on the roster, minus Black Wolf of the Deep, the number 11 Renegade human lineman, out with an injury this week. Look at that treasury. Woo, 320,000 gold. Ajax is going to be rolling a 50-50 for a minor incident. But their team value is at 1,265,000 gold. They'll have to pick up a journeyman for 50k. That's going to bring them up to 1,315,000 gold. They have 3 big guys on the roster, as you typically do with a Chaos Renegades team. They have the Minotaur, the Ogre, and the Rat Ogre. They have an Orc, a Skaven, a Dark Elf, and a bunch of human linemen. Oh, and they have a Goblin as well. Murgould the Mad, number 16. 1 Apothecary, 3 dedicated fans, 2 rerolls. They're going to be up against the Necro team tonight. The Goodest Boys Strike Back, coached by Old Gamer Mike. They have I believe it's a 12-player roster. Yes, indeed. It's a 12-player roster with 2 werewolves, 2 flesh golems, 2 wraiths, 2 ghoul redditors, and a bunch of linemen. Their TV is 1,360,000 gold. They're giving up 45,000 gold in petty cash to the opposing team. Not a lot to write home about. We really won't worry about the inducements too much. 4 dedicated fans, 3 rerolls. How are these two teams gonna play tonight? Let's take a look at the home team first. This Chaos Renegades team, the 3 big guys, right? These are what everybody focuses on with the Chaos Renegades team. You have the Minotaur, right? All 3 have Mighty Blow. The Minotaur and the Rat Ogre have Frenzy. Has block on both the Ogre and the Rat Ogre. They're all strength 5. This Rat Ogre, the nega trait is Animal Savagery. That means so long as you have a friendly player adjacent to you, if you fail that roll, you can beat up on them and still take your activation. That makes that Rat Ogre more reliable than the Minotaur, more reliable than the Ogre. You'll see a lot of use out of this Rat Ogre here tonight, but also watch out for some of these positionals, right? You have a Skaven player on this roster, MA7, that's great. You have a Dark Elf, MA6 with Adge 2, that's great. Also a Blodger, Darth Pony Pony, the number 8 Renegade Dark Elf here, right? These are solid positionals. Now, everybody except the human linemen, of course, hate each other. So they don't want to give the ball up to each other, but typically they won't be doing that, right? The Skaven player, maybe the Dark Elf player will have possession of the ball, and if you really do need to hand off, what's the worst that could happen? It's just a 1, right? Also has the Goblin here who has the right stuff. And that means he can be thrown by Festoon the Barnacle here, the number 2 Renegade Ogre. So lots of options for this Chaos Renegade team, and they really want to be putting the hurt in with these big guys. We've seen Ajax do a fantastic job keeping these big guys grouped up, keeping them in the drive, right? It can be very, very difficult. You have just 3 pieces that you're really focusing on. That's a lot of strength. You get a lot of value out of them. Frenzy with Mighty Blow plus block, that is intense. And Ajax has been able to keep these 3 players together, keep them in the drive, get them to where they need to be. That Minotaur still activating with that blitz. It's really, it's difficult to do. If you've never done it, try it before. Try it yourself, because it can be very, very difficult to manage. Ajax has done a fantastic job with that as well. And then once you're focused on these, it can be very easy to forget about these. Not so much on defense, maybe more on offense. These guys, when you are on offense, that is, against this Chaos Renegades team, because then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here comes a Skaven player, here comes a Dark Elf player. Now you're in a little bit of trouble. Difficult team to coach. Ajax has done a fantastic job of it all season long. They're going to be up against this Necro team by Old Gamer Mike. They have the 2 werewolves and the 2 flesh, the ghoul runners. These are the 4 ball carriers on the pitch. These werewolves they are always key on a Necro team. They are very key here tonight. That claw treats everybody's AV as an 8+. If a werewolf can get the dice on a big guy, you can bet Old Gamer Mike's going to take it. It's difficult. Strength 3 versus Strength 5, right? You need 3 assists to get the 2-die block, but if you can get that with claw and get the removal, holy smokes, that would be a huge windfall for the Goodest boys strike back in this matchup. They do have the 2 Wraiths that could be the nuisance pieces. Otherwise, they're going to be playing standard Necro ball, right? Those 2 Wraiths are going to be put in key positions where the opposing team will really have to block them. And then maybe foul appearance procs. Maybe you don't get the knockdown, you get a push, and the Wraith sidesteps and still in your face. Pretty solid roster all around. I think those 2 werewolves, very, very important. If Ajax can get some dice on the werewolves or the ghoul runners, they'll absolutely take that, right? Taking those werewolves off the pitch is going to be paramount. Those werewolves have to be kept safe and always have to be a threat, especially on those big guys, if you can get it. Otherwise, you need to keep the big guys out of the drive, and the way you're going to do that probably is going to be with marks, but that means those big guys are going to start removing your players after a while. So it's going to be a little bit of a tricky match here for the Necro team. They have a solid roster against this Chaos Renegades teams. It's very difficult to coach, but both coaches have been doing a great job so far in this competition. Berserker Tempest! Don't die. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the bits. Yeah, very, very difficult matchup, I think, for both coaches here tonight. Again, with these werewolves, we talked about it before. You really want to be maximizing your usage out of that. Frenzy with block, that's great. And claw, great to remove players. But Frenzy requires you to follow up, and when you're following up, your werewolf may very well be out of position. An out of position werewolf is a werewolf who's going to die. So the werewolves can also be used, optionally, can be used to clear the sidelines, to keep players off the sidelines, maybe keep that Chaos Renegades team more compacted, and then he can get around the sides or maybe just defend the front. It's going to be up to Old Gamer Mike how he wants to play this one tonight. 12 players on the roster, so he has a little bit of a bench. The Chaos Renegades team has nobody on the bench. They have 11 players starting, one that's going to be a journeyman. That's not going to be a problem for the Chaos Renegades team. I think this is going to be a really fun match. Man, I'm so excited for this match. Oh, this really confused me for a second. We have another game going on at the same time. Clear skies for the game this evening. This is game number 1. After this, starting at 9 o'clock Eastern Daylight Time, that's UTC -4, we're going to have Dream and Wish Foundation versus Conspicuous Disunion. That's going to be Nick Satan versus Chime, and that will be Halflings versus even more Necro. So that'll be a fun one as well. Pupo says almost 600K TV difference in the other game. Did I see that right? You did. You sure did. It has been a brutal season so far. Look at that little goblin. Whoa, the camera freaked out. All right, 9 fan factor between the two teams. Just 40. Oh, it looks like 20K now. Fishy Fiends. Why is it 20K? They must have picked somebody up. Here's the coin toss. What do you think they got? You think it's a cheerleader? Or you think it's a coach? Let's see. Fishy Fiends win the coin toss. They're going to choose to be on offense to start. They picked up a coach. Boo. Boo. Put your faith in Nuffle, Ajax. Come on. Nurgle's Rot rooting for the offense here in this matchup. The Goodest boys setting up their defense. 3 on the line for the defense currently. They will probably have those Ghoul Runners and the Werewolves in the secondary. The Wraiths are the blitzers on this team, but we might see the Werewolves leveraged as the blitzers just because they're so fast. And again, that Claw with Frenzy and Block can really be put to good use. Berserker Tempest says, I can count how many times Nuffle helped me on one knuckle. All right, 3 on the line, giving up the sidelines here by the defense. 3 in the secondary. Let's call it 5 in the secondary. All right, the offense is set up here to start this game. Game number 1 of tonight's match. So this game will probably end around 8:30-ish, about an hour and a half from now. At 8:30, at that time, at 8:30 EST, so 88 minutes from now. I do have a meeting that I have to take from 8:30 to 9. I don't know if we'll keep the stream running or not. If there's another game going, maybe we keep the stream running. Actually, you know what? We will keep the stream running. If the game ends around 8:30, we'll keep the stream running, and we'll just go into our normal countdown for the 9 o'clock game. So the countdown will start at 8:40, and then the game will begin. Oh, I got pregame before that, don't I? I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. 5 on the line here for the offense. One back to receive. Here's the kick. Shallow kick. Each team gets a bribe. We have yet to see these bribes, these free bribes offered by the ref. Put to good use so far in this competition. I hope we see it tonight. 2-9 block on the left side here. Gets the knockdown. Remember, these big guys are inherently unreliable. That Rat Ogre can be made reliable. That's what Nutters the Brind is doing here. All 3 big guys with Mighty Blow. That's a +1 to your armor or your injury roll. Repositions for the 2-die block over on the right side here. Gets the PAL. This is the Rat Ogre on the block. Breaks armor. There's the removal. One man. Oh, and regen didn't kick in either. Poor Pleather. Pleather out for the game. 1-man player advantage for the Fishy Fiends. Yeah, there's that failed Negatrait roll with the Minotaur there. Was going to take a block. If he takes a block or a blitz, succeeds on a 2+, otherwise succeeds on a 4+. Despite taking a block there, rolled a 1, so that Minotaur is just going to be fuming on the line there. Second block of the game results in a casualty. 2 SPP for the Rat Ogre. Berserker Tevin says, pregame can be as easy as look at this Necro team, look at these hopeful adoptive children play ball. Maybe so. 2-die block against Nice Biscuits gets a push out of this. So that's the blitz. 2-die blitz, I should say. No more blocks to be taken. Repositions the left tackle over to the left wide zone. 3+ ball pickup coming up shortly. Masson, Baldy, the number 5 rookie thrower, back to recover this ball. Good pickup. Moves the ball up to the 6. Passes to the number 7 Skaven player, double time Skitterwake. Got through that animosity roll. Remember, all these positionals hate each other. So they have animosity towards everyone else. That means if they give that ball up to one of those teammates, whether it's a pass or whether it's a handoff, you have to roll a d6. On a 1, you decide, you know what? I'm not giving it to you. Get out of my face. Turn 1 now for the Goodest boys. Hopefully they'll get adopted by the casualty box. Oh no, it looks like our second game is just being canceled. Let's see what's on the schedule. Looks like our second game has just been canceled, but that's all right. We're gonna have, boy, there's a lot of games tonight. So here's what we're gonna do. Our second game, the Halfling game, Dream and Wish Foundation versus Conspicuous Disunion, that just got canceled. But we have games at 8 o'clock and games at 9. A game at 8 o'clock and a game at 9:30. So what we're gonna do is once this game ends, we'll kick over to the 8 o'clock game, and then at 8:30 I'll take my meeting, and then at 9 o'clock I'll come back, and then we'll go to the 9:30 game. That's what'll happen tonight. "21 seconds to go here for the Goodest boys. Here's the blitz with that werewolf. 2-die blitz. Gets a knockdown thanks to the tackle skill. Claw's not in effect against a goblin. Goblin already has an AV of 8. But has to follow up due to frenzy and is now marking Masone, the thrower. Goodest boys on the bonus clock. 7 minutes 30 seconds on that bonus clock for the duration of the game. Goodest boys here in turn number 1, taking their time. Plenty of time on that bonus clock, trying to figure out the play. Takes a rush to mark Darth Pointy Pony. Early pressure by the Goodest boys. So they are using those werewolves to get behind the offense and start to apply some pressure behind the cage. Turn 2 for the Fishy Fiends. Let me remove this game from the schedule. Good armor break on the line. Gets stunned this time. Two-die block against Robert Schnauzer. This is Darth Pointy Pony on the block. Gets a POW here. Breaks armor. Oh no! Gets a KO. Very well done by the Fishy Fiends. So those werewolves were... We talked about this in the pregame, right? You want to leverage those werewolves, but you put them in danger, and some dice can be used against them. There's the removal. Boy, that that Minotaur doesn't want to do anything. This time, tried to reposition. So failed the 50-50. 44 seconds to go here in turn number 2. 1-die block over on the right side. Gets a push against Tosa Smith. This will be a stand firm. Will stay right in place. Doesn't have to get pushed back with that stand firm skill. "30 seconds to go here for the Fishy Fiends. They have 2 rerolls for the half, and they have the ball in their own 6. Foul on the blitz. Sargason the foul on the block. A 9+ will break armor here. No armor break. Fishy Fiends on the bonus clock here. Sorry, I'm typing and doing stuff. 6 minutes 20 seconds on the bonus clock here. It's 6 minutes 21. Excuse me. Turn 2 back to the Goodest boys. So the ball is advanced across the line of scrimmage to the opposing 6-yard line. A triangle of players protecting the ball carrier currently. 2-die block on the Goblin. Gets a knockdown. Sam Corkington, the Werewolf, on the block. Almost a minute down on the turn. No real action here. Repositioning some players. Taking a mark on the number 13 human lineman back at the line of scrimmage. This is a human lineman with block and tackle. Both great skills. Block will let you remain standing on a both down result. Tackle negates an opponent's dodge skill. Two-die blitz in the left wide zone. Gets a push. This is Raish, the number 6 Wraith, on the blitz. It's going to pin that player to the sideline. So Oliver Fatal Medley, the number 12 injured human lineman, is going to stay pinned on the sideline. 10 seconds to go. In turn number 2 for the Goodest boys. They have 6 minutes 40 seconds on the bonus clock. Their defense spread out around the pitch here. This could be dangerous. If your players get too spread out, you're not able to get those assists. You're not able to get those two-die blocks. You're not able to set up tackle zones that your opponent can't just break through. So it can be getting overly aggressive. I'm not saying that the Goodest boys are overly aggressive, but getting overly aggressive has been the downfall of many a defense. Turn 3 now for the Fishy Fiends. So they can move the ball down pitch if they wish. They're going to reposition the Ogre in front of the number 4 Flesh Golem on the left side. Two-die block against that number 4 Flesh Golem. Gets a push here. Set up a second assist to make that a 2-die. Doesn't get anything out of it. Got a push. And again, these Flesh Golems have stand firm, so instead of getting pushed, they can stay right where they are. Oh, the Rat Ogre fails the Animal Savagery roll and has no friendly piece next to it. So instead of being able to activate, it is going to stare into space, not only losing its action, but losing its tackle zones. Two-die blitz by a kind sir, the Abyssal Bull. It's going to get the knockdown here. Looking for an 8+ with Mighty Blow. There's the removal. Very well done. 2-man player advantage now for the Fishy Fiends. Regen kicks in there, so that player... So, a kind sir still gets the 2 SPP for the casualty, but that player will not go to the casualty box. The player on a successful regen roll, they're going to go right back into the reserve box. So they'll be available to play on future drives in this game. 15 seconds to go for the Fishy Fiends. 3-man player advantage, excuse me. 1-die block against Tosa Smith. Gets the knockdown here. Looking for a 10+. Resets the cage over center field here on the opposing 2-yard line now. Failed dodge over in the left wide zone. Yeah. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, just trying to get off the line, keeping him in the drive. But, oh, man. I know what that feels like. So just, the goal there is to just dodge away. The dodge, if it fails, it fails. But you reposition off the sideline so you can start moving on the next turn. But unfortunately, you've got to roll that armor break. And he broke his head. So 2-man player advantage now for the Fishy Fiends. Turn 3 underway for the Goodest boys. They're going to take a 2-die block against the number 16 Goblin, who's been pushed not out of the drive quite yet, but it's getting there. Gets the knockdown yet again. Looking for that 8+. Got the 8+. Gets a KO. Well done. Now just down to a 1-man player advantage for the Fishy Fiends. So the werewolf focused on that goblin. Still has plenty of movement to get right back into this drive. But he'll need to keep the this Gaven player's double-time skitter wake from getting too far away. 2-die block over in the right wide zone. Gets the knockdown here. What is that skill? Gets a good armor break. Got the KO. And now it's all tied up on the pitch. Just like that. What is that? Is that pile driver? Yes, it is. B.1234, welcome to the stream. Here's the Blitz. Ghoul Runner Blitz. Jones Chihuahua gets a dodge push out of this. Darth Pointy Pony will step aside a space. And now a bark on the ball carrier. Two-die block on the thrower here. Breaks are... Oh my goodness gracious. What a hit. And now, considering perhaps using the apothecary, says, no, I'm good. So now the thrower out for the game. And a 1-man player advantage for the Necro team. 2-die block. Thankfully, the Ogre has the block skill here. Gets a stun. So now the throwing game, the passing game, has gotten a lot weaker for the Renegades. Animal Savagery fails it again. Has to beat up on the Minotaur, but's able to stay on the pitch on that 9+. Rat Ogre on the Blitz. All of that for just a push. Oh, Frenzy follow-up. Oh, oh man. Minute 2 left on the clock. Oh. The Minotaur fails his Unchanneled Fury roll. Of course he does. He's angry. His teammate just hit him in the face for no gain. Oh, another armor break. This is absolute madness. An armor break on the number 4 flesh column gets a stun out of this. Spire, welcome to the stream. Yeah, the Minotaur's pouting. A 1-die into a skull re-rolls us into a knockdown. Darth Pointy Pony. Darth Pointy. Did I say Darth Pony Pony? Darth Pointy Pony on the block. Aridus demanding death. Oh no. Invoking Korn's name. What more could happen? 16 seconds to go in turn number 4. The Fishy Fiends reposition this ball. It is now on the opposing 4-yard line, just outside the offensive formation. Final turn of the first quarter coming up. Goodest boys with 1-man player advantage right now. repositioning here in the first half of this turn. 1:06 to go. The Goodest boys getting into a proper scrum here at center field. Number 1 werewolf Sam Corrigan still very much in position on this drive. MA8, you can see just how far that goes. Two-die block against Darth. Pointy Pony gets a push. The Dark Elf, a blodger. Only a pal will knock him down unless, of course, the tackle skill is used. Chain blocking Darth Pointy Pony out of the way is going to get that ogre off the ball carrier. Here, let's turn these off. Blitz by that werewolf. Two-die blitz on number 13 gets the knockdown. Looking for an 8+, remember, with Claw. Claw treats everything as an 8+, unless your armor's less than that. I don't know if he wants to chain push the ball carrier out. This is the blitz. Gets a stun, has to follow up due to frenzy, but still free to move. Number 8 Ghoul Runner is currently prone in front of the ball carrier. If this player stands up, we'll see if he tries to dodge with this player or not. If he tries to dodge, remember, he's up against the Rat Ogre with that prehensile tail, so that dodge is going to be a -1. Does have the dodge skill, though. So he gets a free reroll on a failed dodge. Here's that dodge. Didn't even need it. 4+. Would have been a 3+. Works out. And then takes a mark on the corner. Turn 5 now for the Fishy Fiends. Very, very aggressive match here. Second quarter underway with the Fishy Fiends having 1 reroll remaining. They're going to take a mark on that very, very brave Ghoul Runner. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz. They're going to get the just a dodge push. Festoon, welcome to the stream. So just gets a dodge push. It's going to push him back a space. Frees up the ball carrier here. And so now the ball's going to shift to the left here. You can see the Ogre and the Dark Elf are protection for this ball carrier. There he goes. The ball advances down to the 12-yard line. Over in the left wide zone. 2-die block by the Rat Ogre. Gets an armor break. Needs a 7+ to break armor, but didn't get it. Pins the Ghoul Runner between the Ogre and the Rat Ogre. The Minotaur's cool right where he is. He's like, look, man. Look, you guys are mean. I'm just going to hang out here. It's fine. Look at this. I'm cool. I'm great. Just relaxing. Sunny day. Tried to dodge out. Tried to dodge out the number 13 lineman. Didn't work out. And now turn 5 for the Goodest boys. This guy, man. Look at him. Look at this guy. He's like, whatever. Whatever, man. I'm good. That's right. Just, I'm fine over here. You guys do whatever you're doing. Goodest boys strike back, standing up some players. Mr. Rocker Crocker, look at the stream. Draw me like one of your French minotaurs. Under a minute to go here in turn 5 for the Goodest boys. Again, very aggressive defense here. They've been going toe-to-toe with this offense. The ball's gotten away from them a little bit here. We'll see if they can recover. I'm not sure. Have they lost both wolves? What? Where's the other one? Oh, there he is. Wolves in purple. Ghoul runners in yellow. No, blitzers are yellow. What are the ghoul runners? Ghoul runners are green. "15 seconds ago in turn 5. The Goodest boys still hanging on to all 3 rerolls. Goodest boys back on the bonus clock once more. They're down to 5 minutes, 32 seconds. Not a whole lot of speed left with the remaining players to activate. They do have Sam Corrigan here, the #1 werewolf. He's going to go for the blitz on the orc with the foul appearance. You know what, Nutters? I actually think you look all right. You look all right. Frenzy follow-up in the 2-9 gets the pal. 8+ breaks armor. And there's the armor break. Got a stun out of it. Plenty of movement left with the werewolf. Rushes into position to take a mark on double time Skitterwick, the ball carrier. Turn 6 now for the Fishy Fiends. Both teams still hanging on to their bribes. Hey, the Minotaur! He says, you know what? If you're going to mark me, if you're going to get all up in my space, then I guess I need to stand up. Two-die block on the #8 rookie Ghoul Runner. Gets a push out of this. Frenzy follow-up. This will work out due to the block due to the block skill. No armor break. Rolled Snake Eyes. Bad dog demanding death. You know what? I think it's about time someone died. I think it's about time someone died. Just saying. It's only fair. One minute to go in turn 6. The Fishy Fiends with 1 reroll remaining for the half. They could punch this ball into the end zone. They'd have to succeed on a 3+ dodge. Blitz still on the table. I imagine they're going to blitz away the werewolf. There's that blitz declared. Gets the knockdown. Looking for the 9+. Doesn't get it. And now, is it going to be a rush score, or is he going to reposition and stall this out for another turn? Oh, he's thinking what to do with this activation. If this were Blood Bowl 2, you'd be out of time, but the bonus clock, which I think is a great addition to the game. Oh, he's going to stall this out for another turn, so he's going to pull back a space. Good dodge by Darth Pointy Pony. That bonus clock, I think, is a great addition to Blood Bowl 3. When they first announced it, people, there was, as with anything new, people don't like change, right? So there's a lot of there was a lot of naysaying. People like, oh, games will take forever. Games take less time now than they did in Blood Bowl 2. Turn 6 now for the Goodest boys. Nerf, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. 2-die block against Sarkis in the foul. Gets either both standard result out of this or a push. Berserker Teva says, I still don't like the bonus clock, but it is useful. So I think from a design perspective, what I like about the bonus clock is this is not a game of, oh, good armor break on the Rat Ogre. Removing the Rat Ogre. Ajax says, no, you're not. So it would have been a KO. You spend the Oppo on the KO. He's going to stay on the pitch guaranteed. And it's a stun instead. Oh, Mr. Rocker Crocker, thank you very, very much for the 5 stream streak. I appreciate your kind words. And glad to have you hanging out with us and enjoying some Blood Bowl as well. Thank you very much. What I like about the bonus clock from a design perspective is that it's not, like, Blood Bowl is not a game of, like, speed chess, right? It's, thank you for 5 streams I could watch. You bet. Right, like, Blood Bowl is not about, like, doing things fast. It's about doing things well. And so, but there's also the concession that games have to end in a reasonable time frame, right? So what the bonus clock gets you is sort of a nice middle ground, I think, right? You still have the timer on the turns. It's still 2 minutes. You can actually adjust it to whatever you want, but for us it's 2 minutes. Oh my goodness, lots of die rolls. Is that nothing but 5s and 6s? Oh man. So it's a nice middle ground. It's like, all right, if I have a turn where I need to really think this through, I can actually take some time to think it through, and the games don't take forever. And another way they did that, right? It's not just right. The bonus clock you would think makes things take longer, but the clock keeps ticking through certain actions, right? It doesn't keep ticking through all animations. It used to. But they really dialed it in, I think. So I think it's a pretty fair mechanism. 2-die block here against Raish gets the PAL, looking for the 9+. All right, free to get this ball into the end zone again. It will be a rush for the Fishy Fiends currently. Probably looking to stall this out for a turn, but if they're going to do that, I don't see how they're doing that with anything but a half cage. Oh, they do have Darth Pointy Pony, I suppose. Double rush. Ugh. Well, you know what? I said I don't know how he's going to do it with a half cage. This is how he's going to do it. He does. I just realized he doesn't have anybody with the speed to get up around the corner here. So he's setting up his tackle zones, right? Setting up his tackle zones here to cover the rear. He'll shoot the ball in here, which leaves this bit open. Normally, that'd be something like a wolf or a ghoul runner that moves in here, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That's as far as he can get. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, my local tabletop group, Nebin, NEBBN, runs some events with chess clocks. You get so much time for the entire game, which I love. You can save time for... Oh, just says, you know what? I can't keep it safe enough. I'm going to go ahead and score. Rushed into the end zone to score and takes the lead 1-0. Very well done. Such an aggressive defense, and it paid off here for the Goodest boys. You can save time from quick turns for later turns. If you run out, you get 1 minute turns after, but I get to see anyone exceed the game clock. Yeah, I think that's great. Festoon says, ah, yeah, the art of death. Like, I love the idea of a chess clock. So the Goodest boys will be on offense for a couple of turns here. That is enough to get on the board. They would love to end this half 1-1. Is it a 2-man player advantage? 4, 8, 9. This should be 11. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 2-man player advantage for the Goodest boys. Their first time up to bat on offense here. They'll have just a couple of turns, unless there's a timeout, of course. All right, Puck Johnson back to receive. Here's the kick. Moop says that's an odd 2-turn defensive setup. We'll see if it works out. covering the sidelines with the two fast players, leaving those three big guys mobile and able to get the action. Putting two of the players very deep on this formation. Really just trying to stop a touchdown. Here's the kick. It's a quick snap. Rolls all three on the D3. 6 open players get the move. There are only 4 open players. So we'll see. Yeah, we'll see Puck Johnson move back toward the ball. We'll see if somebody. Yeah, we'll see if somebody goes across the line of scrimmage. And indeed, Black Mamba goes across the line of scrimmage. Robert Schnauzer goes up to the line. Sam Corrigan's going to move one space to the left. The ball is going to bounce to the 20. Turn 7 for the Goodest boys. Can they score in 2? Moop says, what a good kick. 2-die block over in the left wide zone to get things started with 2 rerolls remaining for this half. They're going to get a push against Killian the Grave, the pile driver lineman. 2-die on number 13 gets a push here. With the werewolves on the left side, I have to imagine that. I mean, this ball has to go to the left, you know? Two-die block against number 10, this time by the Ghoul Runner. Gets a pal. Would love an armor break. And Mr. Rocker Crocker says, H-Axis team is a fun game of random or not. Yeah. Ogres as well. Play an ogre team. Double pals on the blitz. Breaks armor. Gets the KO. Needs to end this turn in scoring position in order to get on the board. We'll see if this werewolf continues to move down pitch. I have to imagine he will. Needs to be within 8. 1, 2, 3. Needs to be within 10, really. 4, 8, 9. He's just barely in position. Oh, there it is. So positioning Sam Corrigan on the 14. He's 6 spaces away from the end zone. Completely out on his own. Nuffle take the wheel. Taking a block on the right side of the line. Still hasn't picked this ball up. Gets a push out of this. Try to take another block here, but failed that foul appearance roll, so that will be the end of that block. Yeah, definitely wants to save these 2 rerolls for this big passing play. Two-die block on the line while we're on the bonus clock. Gets a pal here. Gets that goblin again. No armor break. 4 minutes, 15 seconds on the bonus clock for the Goodest boys. +3 on the pickup. Has sure hands, though. Works out. Moves this ball up to the 10. Rushes one forward. Let's see. Oh, another rush. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just count it out here. So we've got quick pass, short pass, long pass. So we're currently in long pass. Long pass range can get into quick pass range. A rush can get us in the handoff range. Robert Schnauzer also available to score as well on a rush. I want a grilled cheese sandwich. That's what I'm going to do after tonight's games. I'm going to make a grilled cheese sandwich. If the Minotaur is moving, it's going to be on a blitz. Otherwise, it's a 50-50. Here's the blitz. 2-die blitz. Gets a push. Frenzy follow-up into a 2-die. Gonna get another push here. Oh no! Oh, is that what happened? Mr. Rocker Crocker says on Discord that. Oh, that's unfortunate. Ajax says, "Oh, fantastic! It skipped my defensive setup. Note to everyone playing Blood Bowl 3: do not click end of turn button before your player crosses the end zone after declaring who you want to score." Oh. That is unfortunately, this is a bad time for that to happen. To discover that, could cost the Fiends a touchdown here. All right, Ajax making the most of it here, getting as many marks as he can. Final turn of the first quarter coming up. The Goodest boys trying to get on the board. It's going to have to go into the hands of a werewolf. But these wolves are taking the blocks. Ah! Has to use a reroll here. Gets a pal. Is Hungry Root like a brand name? Or a store or something? Taking blocks. Down to one reroll for the half. Fishing for SPP, fishing for removals. So scary. Oh, cool. I'll check it out. Hungry Root. Wraith Blitz. 2-die Blitz. Got the knockdown on number 10. Good removal. 2 SPP for the Wraith. Good strategically, good tactically as well. This frees up the ball carrier, but now it's going to be 2 rushes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3+ handoff to 2+, 2+. Mr. Rocker Crocker demanding death. Here we go. Mr. Rocker Crocker says, my wife and I use it because we hate going out to get food, out being to the grocer. I don't like going to the grocery store either. I mean, I do, but I don't like going. Oh, these blocks are killing me. Got the pal. Broke armor. Oh, got a stun out of it. B.1234 says, what is 3 + 3 × 3? 12? Here's the handoff. 3+ handoff has 1 reroll. Handoff works out. 2+ to a 2+ will make this a 1-1 ball game. No, it's not. He cleared the ball. That's what the block was for. Genius. Genius. 1-1 the score. Yeah, but even disregarding order of operations, that would still... Oh, no. It would be 18. I was going to get all... It's going to be like, oh, it's the same either way, but it's not. 1-1 the score. The Goodest boys will be on offense to start the second half of this game. Very well done. Tizzle Bizzle rooting for the offense here. Holy smokes. What a first half. What a first half. So the Fishy Fiends will be down 3 players here to start the second half. They still have all 3 big guys. But it's going to be 3v11, I think. Yep. 3v11. 8v11. 3 on the line for the defense. They're putting 1 wide in either wide zone. Again, the 2 fast players. Well, not the 2 fast players. He actually has the Dark Elf in the middle linebacker position. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, "Oh dang, Taco Bell ad. Glad we're getting a taco truck at work now." There was a taco truck at one place I worked that was pretty good. We actually had there was a place I worked where there was this gas station that sold like just off to the side. It was a separate business, but it was like physically connected to the gas station. Just this little tiny. It had like 3 chairs in it. We always called it gas station tacos. I don't remember what it was actually called. They were fabulous. They were fabulous. I loved gas station tacos. It was it ended up being on one of those Food Network TV shows too. Like it was great. I once took a friend. We went to the climbing gym once. We went out to the one near that place, just so instead of the one closer to us, just so we could go to. I was like, we gotta go to gas station tacos. You'll love it. Yep, Dumpy gas station, no place to sit, best tacos ever. Yep, that's exactly right. That's how it was. All 3 big guys on the line for the defense. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the line for the offense currently. Keeping the werewolves spread out here. So when you have a lot of speed on your roster, you'll see this like with a passing team, like a pro elf team or a human team, right? You've got your thrower, maybe it's MA6 or something, and then you've got your catchers, right? You have your MA8 catcher. Your thrower and your catcher, new players will often keep them paired up. Oh no, got a 6 on the blitz. Free turn for the Fishy Fiends. They have 5 to activate. B.1234 says, should I try them? If they're still around. I mean, this was a long time ago. I haven't worked there. You know, this was a long time ago. That's unfortunate. But new players will tend to keep those types of pieces grouped up. You don't want to keep them grouped up, right? You want to, and the same for your speedy players, right? You don't want to keep your speedy players grouped up. You want to give yourself options for this speed. Speed, what is the purpose of speed, right? It's to get around the pitch. So you can see, you can go all around here. I can go all around here. If they were grouped up, this is my effective range, right? Like if they were, say, here and here. But if I have one here and here, suddenly my effective range is all of this, right? I am speed. Push on the blitz. Number 8 Ghoul Runner gets pushed aside by Bad Luck, the number 13 Human Lineman. It was indeed a 1-die blitz. 1 die with the block skill. Did I just curse both teams? One left to activate on the blitz here. Early, no! Early pressure by double time Skitterwake, but he's gonna fail the dodge. Pushed Chihuahua into position. Chihuahua said, nah, you're not getting past me, buddy. Get out of town. Turn 9 foul for the Goodest boys. 2-die block over on the right side of the pitch here. Got through that foul appearance roll. He's going to get the knockdown as well. Two-die block, or 2-die blitz by the number 1 werewolf. Gets a push, frenzy follow-up into a knockdown. Can't take this goblin off the pitch. His big hands are breaking his fall. .54 seconds to go here for the Goodest boys. They have 3 minutes, 27 seconds left on the bonus clock. Neither team using their bribes yet. I am offended. I am hurt. A little bit ashamed as well. You have a bribe. Nuffle gave you a bribe. And you look a gift horse in the mouth like that. It's an affront to Nuffle. It's an affront to all that is decent in this world. Three-plus ball pickup with sure hands. Failed the first roll. Succeeds the second one. Goodest boys advance this ball. Wow. Advance this ball all the way up to the 2-yard line. Rush to get the assist against bad luck. They're going to get the knockdown here. And they'll follow up to pin that player to the sideline. Why did Ava get aggressive there? I was looking at tacos. I was just talking about how nobody has used the bribes they've been given. Fishy Fiends tried to apply some early pressure on the blitz. Couldn't get through the dodge. So double time Skitterwake's going to remain stunned over in the left wide zone. They'll be out this turn. They'll be back next turn. -3 MA. We'll need to spend 3 MA to stand up, leaving them with an effective 4 MA for the turn. That won't be a problem unless this ball really gets away from the Fishy Fiends here. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, dang, no fouling in the European meta. They don't even allow bribes. Too much fun for them to have on the table. I'm telling you, man, just kick somebody in the face. It's the polite thing to do. Excuse me, sir. I've been given some coin. And if you would grant me the honor, the privilege of sticking a cleat through your eyeball, I would be most honored. Frenzy follow-up here on the push. We'll get a knockdown. Well, probably a push here, yeah, because it would be a wrestle to the ground otherwise. I prefer the mantra of ABF. A lot, well, that's 2 words. All bitter friends. It's the worst friends group ever. Welcome to the ABF. We all hate each other. Always be fouling, yes sir. Fishy Fiends back on the bonus clock here. They have under 5 minutes to go on the bonus clock. 2 rerolls remaining for the game. .50-50 dodge off the sideline works out this time. Still marked, however. 50-50 dodge to negate the assist here by number 8. Spends the 1 die on the ball carrier, gets a push. Debating re-rolling this, says, I'm good. I have the block skill, but I'm good. Gets a push, follows up, continues to mark the ball. Black Wolf says, heck of a game indeed. Turn number 10 for the Goodest boys now. Double pals on Darth Pointy Pony. Breaks armor. I'm sorry, yeah, gets the knockdown. Doesn't break armor. Frees up the ball carrier. Going for the surf on the sideline. 2-die block. Got the surf. Well done. Repositions the werewolf. Rushes over to get the assist against a kind sir. Probably end the turn with a 2-die block against a Kind Sir. Moves the... Well, we'll take it right now. Gets a push out of it. Gonna spend the reroll, trying to get the knockdown, and got it. 8+ breaks armor with Mighty Blow. Advance the ball down to the opposing 12-yard line over the left wide zone. Wasn't able to break armor here. But that's one of the 3 big guys they really don't have to worry about for the turn unless it's going to be the stand-up blitz by the Minotaur. Beating on the brutal, beastly bovine. Pulls in an assist for another 2-die. This time he gets the Red Ogre. Gets the POW here. This would be a big removal. No armor break. Ball carrier currently undefended. Gonna start taking some marks for the 2-die over in the right wide zone. Got through foul appearance. Got the POW. Goodest boys strike back. Have been on a tear. They're monsters. Turn 10 for the Fishy Fiends. Ravaging the wretched rodent wrecker. Well, should they have W's? If we really want to talk English, should they actually have the W's? Fishy Fiends get the knockdown by the on Flanders, the rookie lineman, by the Ogre. Yeah, we know this Minotaur. Once he's on the ground, you can't get him up. He's done. 2-die block against Black Mamba gets the POW here. Looking for an 8+. Wait, Black Mamba? Did they play for the Snakes previously? Yes, they killed my witch elf. You know what, Black Mamba? You've never looked better. You've never looked better. A turncoat. A traitor. "30 seconds ago here in turn 10 for the Fishy Fiends. Running out of players to be effectual. Trying to keep the pressure on. 2+ dodge to a 3+ dodge by Darth Pony Pony to get back to the line of scrimmage. Tries to dodge off the line over on the right side. Doesn't work out this time. That'll end the turn. Turn 10 for the Goodest boys. They could score right now if they wanted to, but I doubt they want to. Who says I apothecaried a knockout and then immediately had my block witch elf killed? Oh, that is rough. Blitz on the Goblin here by the Werewolf gets a push into a 2-die frenzy follow-up coming up. It's gonna get the knockdown thanks to tackle. No armor break, but that Goblin is no longer a threat on the ball carrier. I don't think anyone is at this point. Double time Skitter Wake, certainly. Darth Pony Pony, of course. Moving the ball down to the 24. Going to park that ball outside that end zone. Still very early in this game. So they want to stall this out for as long as possible. They're going to give no protection. They're just going to keep beating up on this team. Why not? It's been working. 2-die block on the Rat Ogre. Trying to get this Rat Ogre off the pitch. Has to re-roll this. Gets the knockdown. Looking for the 8+. Oh, my heart. Oh, man. Got rid of that super annoying Rat Ogre. and must be sighing, or must be, is it sighing a sigh of relief? It must be relieved to get rid of that Rat Ogre. Very well done here by Old Gamer Mike to identify the 2-die block on these big guys. And they're not heavily armored, right? So taking the blocks, using Mighty Blow, very well done. Roughed up the Rogers Rat Ogre. Goodest boys back on the bonus clock with 2 minutes 37 seconds left to go. They're in great shape. They're in great shape. Their aggressive playstyle has paid off, and that hasn't just been random either, right? Because Old Gamer Mike, again, identifying those 2-die blocks, when identifying when you can get them on the 5 on these strength 5 big guys, taking out these big guys, pushing people out of the drive, doing a really he's done. He's done for the game. Doing a really good job here. Darth Pony Pony is going to apply that pressure. This is going to give Old Gamer Mike some decisions to make on this upcoming turn 12. Failed dodge. Is he going to spend the reroll? Ajax is thinking about it. Nah, says not worth it. That'll be a turnover. Turn 12 now for the Goodest boys. So now the Goodest boys do have somebody threatening to block down this ball carrier. They'll probably try to blitz Darth Pony Pony first before deciding what to do with the ball carrier. And I imagine they're going to pull in one of these werewolves. Here we go. 2-die blitz into a push. It'll be a 2-die frenzy follow-up coming up. Into another push. I think that's just out of range. I think he can mark. Let's see. He's got 6, right? Yeah, so he could technically mark with Darth Pony Pony. So the blitz has been spent, and now it's just going to get some tackle zones around Darth Pony Pony and getting assist against Festing the Barnacled. Old Gamer Mike just really keeping these big guys out of this drive. And that has left the Chaos Renegades team with very few players left to actually effectuate any sort of strategy. 2-die block on Festoon. That's not going to cut it. Is it going to be a reroll then? It is. The final reroll spent by the Goodest boys. They're going to get a push out of this. Has another 2-die block on the Ogre. Got the PAL this time. Putting lots of tackle zones around Darth Pony Pony. Breaks armor on the Ogre. Got the removal! One big guy remaining on the pitch, and he's taking a nap. He's done. Ajax in the picture-in-picture. Move says, Old Gamer Mike is tempting Nuffle by not fouling with his bribe. That's true. That's true. Nuffle gave you a gift. If you don't use it, don't be surprised if you just start rolling ones. I'm just saying. Don't be surprised if your mouse just starts to spontaneously not work. $50-50 dodge. Tries to get out. Doesn't spend the... Oh, no. That is a huge loss. A huge loss for the Fishy Fiends, because that is one of the really threatening pieces off the pitch. That was a Blodger Dark Elf with an Edge 2+, gone. So now the Goodest boys can really think about just starting to keep this ball secure and stall this out for the rest of the half. The Alfurgio, he KO'd himself on purpose not to be fouled. The daring dodge for Dark Elf. Did I block over in the left wide zone frenzy follow-up into a push or a both standing result? He might take the both standing result here. Yeah, just to keep those 2 marks on that orc. Really, this is a game of cleanup here. The crowd chants, foul that bull. Foul that bull. Foul that bull. Foul that bull. Foul that. That's right. That's right. I'm part of the ecclesiarchy. Currently 4 assists against the Minotaur. It's a 5+ to break armor on a foul. Oh, who's it gonna be? It's got 5 assists, 4+ to break armor. Let's go. Gets a stun, does not get called off the pitch. Pulls back. Oh, it's gonna mark out the goblin as well. Boy, whole camera Mike's doing a bang up, no pun intended, a bang up job here. Turn 13. The Fishy Fiends. Hey, the orc, the nimble orc, nutters the bride. Well done. So the pressure applied once more. I just realized I misspelled converted and said, "Oh, come on, little guy. All your friends are dying and you want to just die too? Come on, that's not cool. Turn 14 for the Goodest boys. Strike back." I misspelled converted. I wrote coverted, like he's a spy. Boy, look at this. Look at this. So the blitz target this time is going to be the orc, no doubt. Got through the foul appearance, rolled 2 die, blitz, got the pal here. 8+ breaks armor. There's the armor break. Gets the stun. Doesn't have to worry about that orc for another turn or 2. So, let's see, 3 I made it stand up is 2, 1, 2, for 2 turns. Boy, oh boy. This is a crime scene. Don't worry, Ajax. If it's any consolation, he murdered my team too. Gets a stun. The Minotaur does not get called off. Still has that bribe. My TV right now, I think, is 860. It just clicks through. There's nothing here to do. Doesn't want to stand anyone up and just give them dice. Yeah, I know that feeling. When your best play is to do nothing. I mean, you can say to yourself, "Oh, he could have stood up this game and play." Standing him up, he's just gonna eat. This werewolf's gonna come down. He's just gonna eat dice. Make him risk the foul. Moob says, "Okay, as much as I was pushing for fouling, when people pass turns, I always feel like it's time to let off the gas." Yeah, I get it. I do think, I mean, I totally get the pass turn. I don't think it's, I mean, I'm sure there's salt involved, but I don't think he has a better option. I think passing the turn is just the thing. Scores. Yeah, it decides to score here. Gonna give the opposing team a couple of turns to get on the board here. Oh, man. So 6 players will be on the pitch for the Chaos Renegades. They're going to get 2 turns to try to score. Can they come up with a draw here? Old Gamer Mike, perhaps feeling bad. I would not. I would not have scored. I would have stalled that out. Move says, yeah, I think Ajax not sending up players just to get blocked down is good. I just meant it. I would stop fouling at that point, but stall until turning it for sure. Yeah. I mean, that's fair. And if you're new to the game, what Moob's really talking about here is when you foul a player, you don't get any SPP. You don't get the Blood Bowl experience points out of it, unless there's a certain prayer to Nuffle that's in effect. So, really, when you're fouling a player in that instance, when you have the game in the bag, and you're fouling a player, you want to have a specific reason to do it, right? You're thinking to yourself, you know what? I'm probably meeting them again in the top 8, or something to that effect. Because otherwise, you're not really getting anything out of it. That's not to discourage anyone from fouling. I'm always down for a foul. but a lot of newer players won't realize that they're not getting SPP for those casualties. High kick, so Darth Pony Pony's going to get under the ball for the 3+ catch. Works out. Turn 15 for the Fishy Fiends. Can they get on the board? Two-die block on the line. Gets a push. Oh, I'm having flashbacks to my week 1 game. This is about how my game went. Mr. Rocker Cracker says, I foul less in progression than resurrection leagues, mainly because I feel bad if I bully opponents in leagues and take out a good player. I know it's part of the game, but I strive to make the game fun. Fair enough. I think that's fair enough. The other commissioner in the league, Nick Satan, he and I disagree on fouls, but I know Nick Satan would very much agree with you. It's like, look, man, if you're not getting anything on the foul, don't foul. Whereas I'm like a die and let die. Good handoff to double time Skitter Wake. So now the ball in the hands of the Skaven. MA7 player. This is the fastest player on the pitch for this Chaos Renegade scene. "15 seconds to go in the turn. Moves the ball down pitch. What else are you going to do? Rushes down to the 12. Berserker Tempest says, I would rather foul for 16 turns than stall for more than 1 turn. I'm cool with stalling, too. I'm cool with everything. Ooh, good jump by Warren to get some semblance of protection on this ball here. I'm always surprised when I see a jump, since that's, I guess we shouldn't call it new anymore, since it was 2020 when the rule went into effect, but new for the BB 2020 rules. Turn 16 for the Goodest boys. This is the final turn of the game. Electric Man says, good evening. I just got home. What have I missed? Oh, just that. Just this over here. That's right. You've missed both murder and alliteration. Double skulls! Oh, ho, ho! The Fishy Fiends with an opportunity to come out of this with a draw. And a giant raven swoops down and eats the whole team. Oh, I wonder if old Gamer Mike is kicking himself for not stalling this out. Oh, boy. "80 seconds left in this ball game. The Fishy Fiends, currently marked by Tosa Smith, the number 3 flesh column. Gonna push away the werewolf. Does he need all the room? He doesn't. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Currently looking at a 3+ dodge away with no rerolls. There it is! 2-2 will be the final in this ball game. Oh, were I Ajax, I would say, you know what? I count that as a win. Wow. So the Fishy Fiends were given 2 turns to score, and they were able to do so. They're going to walk away from this ball game with a draw. What is happening right now? There's a ghost ball. What is this? All right. Whoo, man, what a game that was. And with that draw, the 2 teams will stay right where they are. The Fishy Fiends are going to remain in first place. They are ahead of the Goodest Boys Strike Back by 1 touchdown. Very well played by both coaches. That was a lot of fun. That's right, GG's to both coaches. Boy, that was a lot of fun. All right, let's see what games are going on here. I have a meeting in 11 minutes. Once that meeting starts, I'm going to go to that meeting. I think we'll keep the stream going. I will not be talking, but I'll try to keep everything in frame and stuff. Yeah, the 9 p.m. game got canceled, but we have a bunch of other games tonight that weren't going to be aired that we are going to air now. So we'll see if there's a game going on right now, and if so, we'll kick over to that for a couple of minutes. I'll have my meeting. We'll keep the stream going, and then at 9 o'clock I'll be back, and we have another game coming up at 9:30. So we'll sort it all out. But the short of it is we're going to keep the stream going. So let's see what we have going on right now.